guys, Asher coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. I'm glad to have you all here. Send us some love, some positive vibes your way, especially if you need it out there today. Just know if you're going through something, it can get better. It can. Take a deep breath. Today, there's a couple people pretty mad at Plarium right now. They did a couple people very dirty out there. I might be being a little bit hyperbolic, but I got to thinking the other day, you know, they've actually added quite a few champions who are real life people inside real life into Raid Shadow Legends. A lot of licensing deals, the moolah from Aristocrat and Plarium being spread. I started to think of all the ones I could think of off the top of my head, guys. We have, more recently, we have Xena, Warrior Princess. They recouped that licensing money real quick off Xena, I would say, right? Real quick. So Xena, I think I underrated Xena, honestly, when she came out. She's really good. She smacks really good against, you know, targets, tanky teams. So I actually really like Xena. I don't like how they introduced her vis-a-vis the champion pass that luckily they haven't brought back since. Knock on wood. They added, who else did they add? Oh, Rowdy Ronda Rousey. I actually saw a video on my feed, on my YouTube feed, maybe because I was searching Ronda and Raid, about like the rise and fall of Ronda. Now let me look it up and give, maybe it was Patrick CC or something. You can check it out.
Hi, I'm Ronda Rousey. Hell yeah, they are.
No skin in this game, other than I like Ronda in the game, okay? So Rowdy Ronda Rousey was just chilling in here, right? She's really good. I think she's super solid. She can join an attack. She smacks so hard. Block passive skills. Very good champion, right? Oh, they got Tyler Blevins. They got Ninja. They got Ninja in the game.
Never slowing down.
They milked that last bit of licensing before the deal was done and added him to the game again. So Ninja's in there. He's got the hail burn. He's a goat, the boss killer of Raid Shadow Legends. He's very good, very good. Who else? Oh, they even made a couple content creators into champions in the game. You guys know.
I don't remember.
They gave Hell Hades that fat check to make him into a hell freak. Oh, yeah. He looks just like Hell Hades, huh? Fateless.
Oh, no.
They added me to the game. That's right. I remember I flew all the way to Ukraine. They had me doing the animation. There it is. Oh, they nailed it. They nailed it, didn't they, guys? My child will live off that money, that licensing money for the Ashwalker. Yeah, it's right there in the name.
That is enough.
This is getting long here, but I apologize. A lot of champions. They added nub raids. They added nub raids to the game.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at that dapper nub raids. Look at the size of that sword, nub raids. Whoa! Look, he even admires his own sword. He's even like this.
I'm not sure what we're talking about.
But they did a couple of people dirty, didn't they, guys? You know what? I'm making this video because we're almost at the end of the month, and at least at the time of this recording is going to age not that well. They haven't announced the buffs for next month. They're buffing 2 legendaries every month. I am going to start submitting requests here vis-a-vis this YouTube channel. And you guys can let me know if you agree or disagree with me in the comments as well. I thought about 2 people out there, real life people, that they really did dirty. They added, I'm forgetting 2, right? Aleksandr the Sharpshooter, aka Simple, aka Sasha Koslev, Counter-Strike 2-star. That's right. This dude is a beast in real life, I guess. I don't follow Counter-Strike, but he's got I don't know, it doesn't read that poorly. Spray down, decrease defense, conditional weaken, and a one-time hitter on Born to Win that actually does deal some decent damage, but I felt he's always been very epic-like, you know? I mean, Aleksandr the Sharpshooter, what do they have against Aleksandr? What do they have against Simple, man? He looks pretty cool. He looks kind of like him. What do you guys think? Kinda? I think they did a pretty good job with this dude, right? But I want something a bit more on Simple. I would love to see a passive on. He's a legendary after all. I mean, hell, Siege Hulk is better than this dude. he really is better than this dude. He hits harder. He does everything. He's a lot better. Aleksandr the Sharpshooter, I would love to see some sort of a passive or something. I mean, he's just so underwhelming. Removes a buff from one target on a 4-turn cooldown. The damage is okay on him, but I'm actually making this weaken unconditional. How about that? Down to be an Orc and Ogryn tribe. I mean, simple. What do you have against Orcs and Ogryns that they made everything so, I don't know, just mean towards them? Yeah. What would you guys do with Aleksandr the Sharpshooter? I would love to see a buff. Do you think they'd ever even buff a free champion? Probably not. They'd be like,
Too many people have them. Let's not make them too good. Let's not make them good. Let's not go overboard.
The less you do, the more you do.
But you know who they really did dirty, guys? A guy by the name of Cerberus Arms. Cerberus Arms! Does he look familiar to you guys? Does he look familiar? They turned him into Saito. Some of you guys might not have been playing back when he was added to the game. That's right, he's a content creator. He's got 520,000 subscribers, right? I review swords for grown-ass men and weebs to enjoy. I like it. They actually did, all jokes aside, by the way, in case, whenever I make jokes or inject any sarcasm into my content, I always get a few people in the comments, not you, you're smart, but I always get a few people who are like,
I doubt they really flew you to Ukraine, Ash. Don't lie.
I'm the creator part I was joking about, me and Nub and Hades. I'm sorry. But Saito actually did do that. Here's the video proof in the background, right? They flew him over there. It's actually really, really cool. I would love to be in a video game. Wouldn't you guys? Wouldn't you love to be in a video game? They attached all the thingamajiggers to his body and I mean, it came out great. They nailed his visual. I mean, look at these swords, dude. Man, it's amazing. He looks awesome, okay? I made my point. But I always have thought that this guy was a bit underwhelming. The one area where he really shines because of the Vendetta passive is Clan Boss, right? Ignores 7.5% of the target's defense up to 30% each time he attacks the same consecutive target. But I feel like over, the years or months at least with Wixwell and stuff, I feel like he's not as necessary anymore for Clan Boss. The cool thing is he brings a decreased defense on his A1, and then he has a hard-hitting A2 as well. So for Clan Boss, yeah, he's actually an incredible damage dealer for Demon Lord Clan Boss. This is part of the reason why I want to see this guy get a buff. That was really one of his only use cases in the game. Sure, he can deal some nice damage in very, very, I mean, let's pull him up on hellhades.com in terms of area ratings. Basically, when you're against a single target boss, right? They give him a 4.5 out of 5 in Ice Golem, but only a 2 in Ice Golem hard. You see what I'm saying here, guys? Clan Boss, a 4 out of 5. Hydra, I'm actually going to run him in Hydra at the end of this video just to see what he can do, because I'll tell you what, guys, I pulled a 6-star Awakening Soul for Saito. I already had him +3. So, man, I'm going to put him in some of my best gear, and he's going to have every chance in the world to impress us in today's video, okay? I guess Ice Golem, maybe Dark Fae, Scarab King, I guess. Arena 3.5. I mean, he's got decent multipliers, but the damage, look at this number. This is the problem. 1321. Usually it's the opposite problem that we have here in the game, right? It's usually the base attack is high, like a Bistophis, right? Like to me, he's like always gonna be the guy that I think of. 1795. You're like, oh yeah, I hit the mother load, the nuker of all nukers. Watch out! And then he hits like the absolute wettest of noodles ever. Bistophis, by the way, add him to the buff list too. Add him to the buff list. And while we're at it, while we're talking about awkwardly blue people, this video is going off the rails. While we're talking about awkwardly weird blue people that don't even fit the game, why don't we buff Gurgo the Augur? Man, his blue is not even half as awkward as Bistophis, huh, guys? Okay, where were we? Hallelujah. Saito. They did him dirty, man. Cerberus Arms, where is your hate video on Plarium, man? Come on, dude. I mean, he doesn't, what is he bringing to the table here? A single target here, a conditional AoE on Army Breaker. I always want to say Arm Breaker, but it's an Army Breaker. It's, which does make sense because it's attacking all enemies except the initial target if there are 3 or more enemies alive, but it's after the first attack. For me, it's a 4-turn cooldown. It's solid multipliers. I think it's a 4.1. I'm almost thinking make it an AoE potentially, or bring it down to a 3-turn cooldown, or on Vendetta. make it that every attack goes up 7.5. I know it sounds super strong, and it would be, but for me, I don't think it's... let me, like, every attack goes up by 7.5, but it won't be lost or reset if this champion targets a different enemy. He just powers up, but it's not predicated on who he's attacking. How would you buff him? Would you buff him, guys? I get a lot of requests for Saito, and I've really never even spoken about the guy outside when he was added to the game, to the channel here. So, as I said, guys, I put Aleksandr, we already talked about, simple, like...
What?
Come on. He's one of the worst legendaries out there.
It looks perfectly fine to me.
He's very epic-like. So epic-like. So much so that if he was an epic, he'd be like, meh, B-, epic. But he's a legendary. Come on, check out Saito. I put him in Cruel and Savage. My man's got crit damage on the gauntlets, attack percentage, crit damage on the gauntlets, attack percentage on the chest, speed on the boots. Got some nice attack accessories on him. Pretty dang good gear on him, right? He has, the sad thing is I have all this great gear, and my man has 66, 68 attack because it scales so poorly. You might be thinking, that's a lot of attack, Ash. Dude, I have him fully awakened. I have him +3 empowered. I mean, come on, right? It's because of that low base attack. I would love to see that base attack bumped up as well. His defense is 1178 because his A2 is so awkward. His A2, before attacking, places an increased attack and an increased crit damage on himself for 2 turns, just like Siege Hulk. But, unlike Siege Hulk, Saito's conditional. Only if his defense as a nuker is higher than the target's defense. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that baloney. I have him in a 6-star Awakened Crushing Rend. Here's the masteries we're going to go with for right now. I'm going to run him in Hydra really quickly as well. I just want to take him into the arena with Helm Smasher. Man, I had this dude in just, you know, the best of the best, right? A very unrealistic build that not many people, excuse me, are going to be able to replicate, right? But I just want to see what he can do when he's at his best. So, not that team, Ash. This team. Here we go. So, let's just see what he can hit for, right? Now, if I recall correctly, okay, let's just shut up, Ash, and just do this. Man, I have a little overkill on the CC here. Let's just put a weaken on him. Because we got Armons coming in hot anyway. Okay. And then just A1 Armons. All right, so here we go. We're going to A3. Attack one enemy, attack all enemies. Okay, so let's see. We should easily be able to pop off Duchess, which we will. It's a positive affinity. Holy crap, forget it. Forget it, Plarium. Nerf him. Nerf him! He wasn't supposed to hit that hard, guys. Here we go. This is a little bit more like it. Siphi, Duchess, Harima. To be fair, I'm not that high in the arena given the gear that we have on these champions, but still, that was impressive. I gotta give credit where credit is due, right? You don't see any Saito in the arena, but I guess, hey, +3, 6-star Crushing Rend, all the gear that we have on him. I guess that will help you out a little bit. I actually want to try again on, try to do the same thing. Let's try, yeah, okay. I mean, honestly, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad. Couldn't kill her on that one, but overall, I gotta say, in God tier gear, he could be a B+ arena nuker. Is that fair? Is that fair? But if that's his claim to fame, man, it's not enough for me. Let me just find one more team here. Let's try to find a really, like a Taurus Marichka team. You know, something a little bit more... I don't want to go against this team. That's a little bit unfair. I want to find something tough, but like fair for him, right? Nope. Burning All My... no, that's kind of a weird team, huh? Jeez. That's a weird team too. I should have went against the King and the Queen team. There's a little bit more like it here. Here we go. This is the last squad that we go. I gotta say, with the Helm Smasher, the Savage, and the Cruel, all that ignore defense with the Vendetta. I wonder if the Vendetta, I gotta read it again, but I wonder if it works on the first attack or if it doesn't kick in with a 7.5 till the second attack. Let's see if we can let's take a look at the passive here, right? Let's see if we can see the Vendetta on the first attack. Let's try his A2 out here. This is a 6.1 multiplier, so we should be able to one-shot anybody, including Siphi. Yep. I didn't see a Vendetta, though, so it doesn't work on his first attack. I don't know, guys. I gotta be real. This little arena showcase here, granted the gear is incredible, but he's not awful, you know? Like, he's not awful, but let's see how he does in other areas, right? Let's see how he does in other areas. That was his A3, 146k, but against the Armons, but still not bad. But the problem here is, again, I keep saying Siege Hulk because I love the big fella. But you put Siege Hulk in this gear, he's going to hit the same, and he's going to actually self-buff every time. Speaking of Siege Hulk, I'm not going to show you the run because it's really boring, but I did notice that both he and Siege Hulk are available on S6. I'm going to run this and just see who does more damage, you know, out the gate. A little bit anecdotal here because it depends on speeds, who goes first, blah, blah, blah. But let me just compare the damage. I'll come right back, right? So guys, overall, you know, I mean, again, hard to read too much into this, but he did out-damage everybody. Biggin was a little bit slow, so like I said, a little bit anecdotal. I don't know, probably shouldn't have shown that, but still, not bad, not bad. Average, I would say, right, overall. I want to go... I'm not even going to show you the run. I'm just going to auto battle it, but I just threw him as a DPS instead of Fane into my... Usually I run Fane in this position. In case you missed last video, she's pretty good. But he should be able to easily, especially in this gear on this team, he should be able to easily... Come on, come on, come on. It's supposed to be a quick battle here, Plarium. Quick battle. This is some serious damage out against Clan Boss, right? I just threw him in there random speed tune, whatever. Let me change his masteries and see it in Hydra Clan Boss. All right, guys, I'm going to run him on this team. I did want to note, too, really quickly on Saito, right? First of all, he impressed me in the arena. I'm not going to lie to you guys, right? But granted, as I've mentioned already, it's really a testament to how powerful blessings and empowerment is in this game, right? We're getting, think about this, faction guardians in the arena area bonuses, but we're getting like almost 2,000 attack on this dude, you know, just based on all that stuff. Before he had any of that stuff, he wasn't doing what you're seeing right now, guys. We're going to run him in War Master, as I said, right now in Hydra, and we'll see what he can do. But I will say a few things about his kit that, you know, I want to mention before we jump in real quickly, right? A 2-time hitter with a conditional 3rd hit. If the decreased defense is placed, I would love to see that just be a triple hitter on the A1, right? The A2, really good multiplier, 6.1 multiplier. I want to get rid of the conditionality of the increased attack and the increased crit damage on him, personally. And then the A3, a 7 multiplier on this, of the initial attack, and then the AoE. I would like to change it to attack one enemy, then attacks all enemies if the initial target, except the initial target, if there are 2 or more enemies alive. Doesn't sound like much, but it gives them a lot more viability in areas like the arena as well, right? So I think overall, this guy, he's almost there, but he's so dang cool that I want to see him a little bit. I want to see them give him a little bit more love. Dude, I was just watching his video. By the way, do you think it looks like him? I think they nailed it, man. I was watching his video. I've never been a sword guy or a knife guy. Like, I've never been anti, but I think I'm going to buy a freaking katana because this video is so awesome. I digress. I would also want to change the aura to all battles. If you're going to give me a 30% attack on a legendary, I want it in all battles, not just dungeons. So that's what I would like to see on him. But let's see how he does in Hydra Clan Boss. I'm going to run him on this team. Oops. I'm going to run him on this team here, guys. I'm really curious on Saito. I know we've kind of not given a lot of attention here to Aleksandr the Sharpshooter. We're going to run him against Wallmaster. And Wallmaster's, he's not empowered. He has a +2 or 3, I want to say, on the blessing. Same thing with Archer Queen. Archer Queen's in there, and she's doing, I think I have like a 1-star awakening, no empowerment on her. I want to see how he does damage-wise compared to them. But overall, man, this is not really his forte either. In terms of the single targets, the Vendetta passive is what I'm trying to say. But it is his forte in terms of, there's a triple hitter on his A1, right? It is his forte in terms of the A3, getting those AoEs, right? So let's just see what he does, guys. I'll come back at you on the flip side. He's an enigma. He's an enigma, you know? Maybe the truth is, honestly, he's just he's just solid, but not great. He's just like a B- type champion, you know? Let me know what you think of this dude. I'll see you at the end. Well, guys, shame on me. I went to get a drink, and I came back, and Our man was dead. He was dead, and I don't have a reviver on the dang team, so I can't finish this one out. But 475 million damage is pretty promising. However, what did Saito do is the question, right? Not did Wallmaster and everybody else on the team. So let's go ahead and end this battle right now and see what kind of numbers he put out here. 476, 84 milli. So less than Archer Queen. Yeah, quite a bit less than a Thorian. I mean, this is a Thorian 3-star Awakened, no Empowered. I'm a little bit underwhelmed with Saito overall, you know? Is he absolute trash? No. Is he better against like Demon Lord where he's attacking the same target? Yes. But overall, not the best champion. I do think he needs a buff. He could be a very compelling champion if he did get one. But right now, he's just not my fave, guys. Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.